Back in 2022, MrBeast's burger empire looked untouchable. Over 2,000 locations, global hype, and hundreds of millions rolling in like clockwork. It felt like he'd cracked the cheat code to the restaurant industry. But fast forward to 2025, and the whole thing looks like a ghost of its former self. What was once a worldwide empire is now hanging by a thread. A single lonely MrBeast burger sitting inside a mall in New Jersey, like the last survivor of a forgotten era. So how does a brand explode into global dominance, only to collapse into a meme in under 3 years? To understand the downfall, you have to go back to where it all started. December 2020. The world was locked down, restaurants were dying, and then Jimmy drops that video. I opened a restaurant that pays you to eat at it. The internet didn't just react, it detonated. People weren't just getting burgers, they were walking away with cash, iPads, even a car. The lines were insane. The energy was unreal. It felt like a real-life video game where everyone won. For a moment, it looked like MrBeast had rewritten the rules of food forever. What nobody realized at the time was that this legendary launch was also planting the seeds of one of the quickest and messiest business meltdowns YouTube has ever seen.
Money for you, money for you, money for you, money for you. You better come get a Beast Burger. I'm sorry for making you wait. Here's $100. Oh, thank you. You might want to give another 100. It's going to be a second. Chris said it'll be a second. Here's another 100. It's a burger and some money. All right, it's nice meeting you. Here you go. Enjoy. Dude, I don't have any burgers right now, but here's $100. Thank you, bro. Yeah, man. This is the car I buy. I bought that car this morning on an impulse to give away, and since you got sideswiped, I thought we might as well give it to you. Mm-hmm. Yes.
No, because I was just sitting there complaining about how I was going to get my car fixed. Thank you.
No problem. Are you crying? Oh, she's going to make me cry.
I don't get nothing, like, for real. I work hard for everything I got. I don't get nothing handed to me.
Oh my gosh, I can't handle this.
At the same time, MrBeast dropped a bomb that nobody saw coming. The official launch of MrBeast Burger, 300 locations across the US on day one. And before anyone could even blink, that number exploded into 1,700 ghost kitchens worldwide. It was like watching a digital startup swallow the entire food industry overnight. Everything ran through delivery apps, Uber Eats, DoorDash, no storefronts, no long wait times, no massive overhead. And honestly, it looked like pure genius. Why spend millions building restaurants when you can hijack the ones already standing? That's where virtual dining concepts came in. Their plan was shockingly simple. Slip MrBeast's menu straight into existing kitchens. Diners, mom-and-pop spots, random chains, all secretly flipping Beast Burgers behind the scenes. Jimmy brought the hype, the audience, the cultural earthquake. The restaurants brought the staff, the grills and the ingredients. The delivery apps handled the chaos. And just like that, one YouTube stunt suddenly transformed into a global fast food empire. Or at least that's what it looked like on the surface.
Where's MrBeast Burger? How many of them do you have?
Right now, we don't have any physical. We have 1,600 virtual restaurants.
So you order it online and then they deliver it?
Yeah, so like, let's say you own a mom and pop restaurant. You literally just sign up, go through the course, you learn how to make all the stuff on a menu, and you just order our ingredients and our packaging, and then you just flick it on Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, and you can start taking orders, and we let you keep a majority of the revenue. So it's basically like, it's a win-win for restaurants, especially when COVID first hit. It was like huge for a lot of restaurants because I was pushing it really hard back then. And like some restaurants, you were literally laying off people, and then they started serving Beast Burger, and some of them doing like 10 grand a week.
Struggling restaurants were desperate, and suddenly this setup felt like a lifeline. Orders started pouring in, Beast Burger exploded nationwide, and Jimmy looked like the guy who single-handedly saved the entire food industry. Millions of burgers sold, fans hyped out of their minds, everyone was talking about it. And at first, everything looked perfect. The launch blew up, hit #1 on Twitter, and people were slamming delivery apps so hard that some literally crashed. Reports claim the chain pulled in over $100 million by 2022. On paper, it looked like the most genius business move a YouTuber had ever pulled off, but behind that perfect picture, the collapse had already started. Quietly, invisibly, a speed run to disaster was underway. Here's the ugly truth about ghost kitchens. You're not actually controlling MrBeast Burger. You're controlling the aesthetic. And aesthetics don't cook meat. Hundreds of random kitchens were churning out these orders, and quality became a straight-up coin flip. One person gets a decent meal, the next opens their bag to find a half-raw patty, cold fries, and a bun flattened like someone parked a car on it. Some orders were missing ingredients entirely. Others looked like they'd been assembled during an earthquake. People online started joking that Beast Burgers looked like someone tried to draw a burger from memory, not actually cook one. And that joke wasn't far from the truth.
It's December 19th, and just ordered this, and it's 10:26 p.m. in Arizona. Ordered from the Val Vista baseline location, and got raw meat.
You'd open TikTok and instantly see it. People absolutely roasting their Beast Burger orders. That impossible Beast-style burger? It looked less like real food and more like a PS2 Krabby Patty mod someone forgot to finish rendering. It got so bad that one customer said they felt like they'd let their kids down after serving that monstrosity of a meal, only to discover it had been cooked in the back of a random 7-Eleven kitchen. And that's when the mask finally slipped. MrBeast might have been the face plastered everywhere, but the people cooking these burgers? They weren't gourmet chefs. They were anonymous line cooks buried in chaos, juggling 10 different ghost brands at the same time. YouTubers like Eddie Berg started digging, and what they uncovered was wild. Some of these ghost kitchen locations weren't just running a couple brands, they were running dozens, all from the same cramped, greasy back room. Health inspectors had no clue half these restaurants even existed. There was no real system, no oversight, no tracking. Just a maze of virtual brands scattered across delivery apps like digital smoke bombs. So when people ordered a Beast Burger, they weren't getting some exclusive, high-quality MrBeast experience. They were getting whatever a random, overworked cook could throw together while flipping between 44 Uber Eats tabs, praying the frozen patties thawed before the next order pinged. It wasn't gourmet. It wasn't premium. It was chaos wearing a fast food costume.
I investigated secret ghost kitchens, starting off with Beast Burger, which according to Google Maps runs ghost kitchens out of gas stations, Thai restaurants, and even Mexican restaurants, and it turns out this was semi-true, as they were slinging Beast Burgers out of all these places, even inside of a Friendly's. After this I had Tender Shack, which is a popular Uber Eats chicken spot, and it turns out they were just making these out of an Outback steakhouse. Even crazier is that it was the same exact chicken as they were using in their kids' meal. Pardon My Cheesesteak was up next, which is a virtual kitchen owned by Barstool employees, and I saw that it was served out of IHOP, and I thought it would at least be a separate cheesesteak from IHOP's cheesesteak, but turns out to be the same exact thing. The conspiracy ran even deeper though, because It's Just Wings, a popular DoorDash restaurant, is just Chili's wings repackaged, and Conviction Chicken, a popular Uber Eats restaurant, is just Friday's wings repackaged. Even Chuck E. Cheese has a restaurant called Pasquale's Pizza that runs out of there, and spoiler alert, it's the same exact pizza as Chuck E. Cheese's. And the weirdest part of all of this is that none of the workers that I confronted seemed to have any clue that this was happening right under their noses in their very own restaurants' kitchens. Very strange.
Luckily, MrBeast eventually caught wind of the chaos. Once people started posting those nightmare fuel burger photos online, it was impossible to ignore. Some of the food looked so bad it was trending, and not in a good way. Jimmy jumped in personally, replying to fans, apologizing publicly, even offering refunds to people who got hit with the worst orders. He tried tightening delivery zones so burgers wouldn't show up half frozen and soggy. But here was the problem. The catch that changed everything. He didn't run the kitchens. He was locked into a contract with Virtual Dining Concepts, and all he could really do was tweet apologies into the void while the brand spiraled out of control. So the team tried a new strategy. If ghost kitchens couldn't deliver quality, then prove the concept with a real restaurant, a single flagship Beast Burger. One place where Jimmy could finally show what the brand was supposed to be. And in 2022, it actually happened. The first physical MrBeast Burger opened at the massive American Dream Mall in New Jersey, and the turnout was absolute insanity. Over 10,000 people showed up just to taste it. Traffic stopped. Police got called in. The mall had to start handing out wristbands just to control the crowd. It was chaos, the kind of chaos only MrBeast can generate. For one day, Beast Burger didn't feel like a broken ghost kitchen experiment. It felt like the next McDonald's.
Thousands of people crowded the American Dream Mall in East Rutherford for a restaurant opening.
YouTube star MrBeast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, has more than 100 million subscribers, and now he's got a burger joint, his first brick-and-mortar restaurant.
Until now, the burgers were made in ghost kitchens and could only be ordered on delivery services, so some fans traveled from far away for the big grand opening.
I am absolutely stunned by the amount of people that have traveled here from cross-country, out of the country, and some have never even tried one of these burgers.
Unlike those chaotic ghost kitchens melting down online, this place actually felt legit. A real kitchen, a real team, real branding. Everything was clean, consistent, and trained directly on the Beast menu. And somehow, almost unbelievably, it's still open in 2025. Business Insider even walked in earlier this year and said the food was solid, the energy was fun, and the whole place felt like a giant MrBeast-themed playground. Because when Jimmy had control, things worked. But once Beast Burger got scattered across faceless ghost kitchens, you were either getting a decent meal or a salmonella speedrun. By mid-2023, Jimmy was clearly done. Fans noticed something strange. His original Beast Burger launch video disappeared from YouTube without a word. And when someone asked if the brand was dead, Jimmy finally cracked. He admitted it. He was finished with Beast Burger and shifting everything to Feastables. He said he couldn't guarantee quality anymore. The ghost kitchen model was out of his control, and he'd signed a deal so bad it basically trapped him, while the company behind it refused to let go, even as it tanked his reputation. Those tweets vanished almost instantly, which told everyone what they needed to know. Then July hit, and Jimmy went nuclear. He sued Virtual Dining Concepts in federal court, accusing them of serving inedible food, destroying his reputation, expanding recklessly instead of fixing quality, and even trademarking MrBeast behind his back so they could profit from his own name. His message was brutal and direct. I gave you my face, my name, my clout, and you turned it into a meme for bad food. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. Most customers had no idea what a ghost kitchen even was. They just saw MrBeast Burger, clicked order, and ended up with a cold, sad disaster that looked nothing like the photos. But then came the plot twist. 1 week later, Virtual Dining Concepts slammed Jimmy with a $100 million countersuit. They accused him of defamation, claiming only a tiny % of orders were bad. But his tweets made the whole internet turn against them. They painted him as the greedy one who tried to force his way out when he didn't get more ownership. Now the situation is beyond messy. You've got MrBeast trying to shut down his own restaurant brand, while the company behind it is fighting to keep using his name and squeeze every last dollar out of it. Meanwhile, fans are still ordering Beast Burgers, thinking it's some wholesome MrBeast project, when behind the scenes, it's just lawyers throwing chairs at each other. As of 2025, the legal battle is still dragging on. Beast Burger technically still exists under Virtual Dining Concepts, even though Jimmy wants it buried. And while all this was happening, the entire ghost kitchen industry itself began collapsing. That same Business Insider report exposed how countless virtual brands were quietly shutting down as customers grew sick of low-effort, mystery food coming out of random back rooms. Health inspectors can't keep up. Quality is a guessing game, and VDC is still desperately clinging to the MrBeast name like it's their last lifeline. It's giving major fame with zero pride energy. So yeah, by 2025, Beast Burger is basically a corpse. A couple ghost kitchens pretending to still be open, one single real restaurant hanging on, and MrBeast locked in a $100 million legal fistfight over a brand he never wanted to become a meme. In the end, it all collapsed for one reason. Growth came before quality and trust. And that's what killed it. If you made it this far, respect. Drop a comment below. I read everyone. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Was Beast Burger doomed from day one? Or could it have been saved? Let's talk about it in the comments.